Hello everyone, it's Tilly from Tilly Journals and welcome back to my channel. I am here to memory plan the month of November in my A5 wide. I have this kit from Plannerface. I do PR for Plannerface, so I get a discount for promoting her stickers. Yeah, that's those. But it does mean you can use Tilly 10 to save. I have these washies. These 4 are from Simply Gilded and this one is from Coffee Monsters Co. I'm obviously using silver foil with this. And then here is the spread we are working with. I'm looking forward to moving into my own planners where this fits perfectly, but we're not there yet. We also have these stickers pulled out there, and I think that's about it. I've just realised that November starts on a Sunday and finishes on a Monday, so I think I'm going to do the split week thing where I put like the 30th here and the 1st here and cover up these boxes. I think that's my plan. Anyway, without any further ado, I'm going to speed up and get the base of the spread down. Okay, so while I'm laying down the base of this spread, I'm just going to talk a little bit about a Black Lives Matter issue, which is what I normally do during any little bits like this. And I want to talk a little bit about sort of cultural appropriation and little things that people do that they don't think that it's, you know, not okay. And a really good way to explain cultural appropriation I saw on at Feminist Diaries on Instagram, though I think she actually took it from somebody else because I've just seen there's a @ symbol in the top right corner. Right, I'll link the correct one down below, but the bit I can see is it at TAIIBAA, and then I can't see the very last bit of it, but that might be it. Anyway, so cultural appropriation, I'll just quote it. Cultural appropriation is when a dominant culture takes things from an oppressed culture and benefiting from minority cultures without having to deal with the oppression that comes with it. So, for example, things like when people wear braids and say they're just braids. No, if you chose cornrows, that, you know, is appropriating the culture. You're benefiting from this without, you know, getting the oppression that having cornrows often has. Same with if you have henna and benefit from it, or wear a bindi. It's not harmless. You might get praise from it, but other people don't get praise from it. They're ridiculed for it and have been fired and lost their jobs. And if you don't see that, that's not cool. Because when people of other skin colours do it, they get told to go back to their country and that this is our culture, we don't wear those here. If you don't see the problem with that, I don't really know what else to say. Thought I'd give you that little bit to think about. Okay, so that is the base all down. As I said, the 1st is going down here, and that's where we're going to start. So on the 1st, I went for a Thai meal before lockdown 2.0 with my family. We were like, well, let's go out for dinner because when are we next going to be able to? And obviously we had got engaged the day before. Well, not obviously. We got engaged the day before this. So it was a bit of a celebration, although my fiance wasn't actually even there. He'd gone to tell his family again before lockdown 2.0. And I'm also just going to put in a small appointment label at the top of the day for marking in calling people to tell them we've got engaged. On to the first full week. On the Monday, I was at work and it was really, really busy with essentially with COVID patients, basically, which was not the most fun thing in the world, but you know, we got there. I think I was actually on night shift. And then on the Wednesday, there were massive arguments at the hospital about who should get non-invasive ventilation beds because we were quite short of them. So that's there. And then on the Thursday, lockdown 2.0 began in the UK. So I think I'm actually going to use a half box sized thing for that. Is that wonk? I feel like I've put that down wonky. Let's try and straighten it out a little bit. So yeah, that is to mark lockdown 2.0 starting there. On the Friday, I just want to mark in that we had some lovely cuddles, me and my fiance. I don't always mark in things like that, but I think I was basically having a rubbish day, and I was struggling, and he came home from work. I think I'd been on nights. He came home after work and we just had really, really lovely cuddle time. So just marking that in there. On Saturday I had a life plan with me. I apologise for the life plan with me not happening last week. It just was one of those things, it needed to be dropped to for my own well-being, basically. And sometimes things like that have to happen, and I have to be a bit more okay with them happening. So I want to pull that down a little bit further than that. So I've just got a Colourful & Co paint swatch script, good words Tilly, and a flat lay from Paper Shy to mark in the life plan with me. And then on the Sunday I'm just going to mark in, I did lots of working on my planner release on that day, so let's just pop a flag in for that, and then we'll be on to the next week, and that was speedy. So this week I really was not very well at all. I was really, really poorly, to be honest, and I was really struggling on this day. This was the first day that I was really unwell. I basically woke up and was really sick. So that's just what I'm going to mark on that day. I didn't have a cold, but that was like the unwell emoji I had. Then on the Wednesday, I want to mark in that I managed to actually eat something and not throw it up straight away, which was a big achievement for that day. On the 11th, I announced that my planners were coming out. I'd sort of announced it to you guys, and everyone like that pays attention to my shop knew that it was coming. But this was the day I was like, yep, 100%, I have a date, everything is finalised for this day. So that was on the 12th. On the 14th, I made myself super nervous and I reached out to a load of my favourite YouTubers and asked them if they would like a planner to have a look at. All I asked was that they had a look and gave me some feedback. Some of them may or may not post videos about it, don't know, but that is up to them. I just offered to send them one, and I think I've sent it to 4 people. 3 of them have got them, one hasn't yet because I only sent it yesterday. So that's there, because they only responded recently, to be fair, the person. On this day I had a film day, evening thing, afternoon with Beth and Jamie, and that was really lovely. So I'm going to mark that in with a box, and then I'm going to use a flag to mark in that I was finally like physically feeling better. I'd been so unwell all week and I was so fed up of feeling ill, but I was finally feeling quite a lot better that day, and just got a little happy face for that. On to the next week. On the 17th I was super productive. I was just having a really like productive getting shit done sort of day. So that's the first thing I'm going to mark in on this week, and hopefully with a slightly less wonky box. Then, oh no, that's meant to be on the Tuesday, not the Monday. I've got nothing to mark on the Monday. That's meant to be on the Tuesday, and then yeah, that can be at the top of the box. Sorry, I was just debating back and forth where it should go because fitting in full boxes, etc. So that's for my productive day. Then on this day I was really, really struggling and I had a bit of a breakdown cry thing. It happens, and it's been happening a little bit more than it should have been recently because I have not been very good at taking time for myself. But oh well, we'll get there. So that's there. And then on this day, I shared this story already on Instagram stories, but basically, right, Nala climbed up me while I was cooking dinner. I pushed her off, you know, because I was cooking and she was going to get herself hurt. She fell and hit her head really, really badly, like on the, well, not really, really badly. She fell and hit her head on the floor, and I was so worried about her. I was absolutely like, oh my god, what have I done? Basically. and she ran off scared. So I went and gave them lots of cuddles and lots of affection, and she like calmed down and was okay. And then because I'd given her treats, she then like bit my finger, and about 10 minutes later she climbed back up me again. She was like biting my finger trying to get another treat, and I was like, I don't have any more treats, Nala. So yeah, then about 10 minutes later she climbed up me again. So she just clearly had not learned her lesson and was absolutely fine from her little tumble. So here, oh, I would like a new releases sticker. I wonder whether I can just grab a new releases foil script, because I feel like that will look better than my handwriting, because that's just to mark the planner release. And then the thing I'm putting underneath it, do I not have new releases in silver? I must not do. I've got them in black though, so let's grab a black one. I'm sure I do have them in silver foil, but I can't see them. So it'll have to be a black and white one when I find them. That's like filming. Where's my like plan film? Here. And then the other box is just to say that I was like completely overwhelmed by the amount of support I got from everybody with my planner release. It was fantastic, and I thank every single one of you who has shared, liked, brought a planner. Like, even if you've not been able to buy a planner because you've already got your 21 planners and you've just like shared my planner release, I really appreciate it. So that's that. And then for the overwhelmed by peoples, I think I need to just peel up this new release sticker corner. There we go. I've ruined that sticker a little bit, but it's fine. Then on the 20th, I'm just going to mark that I had a good day at work. Sometimes happens. It quite often happens. I quite like my job. But I've been struggling with it a bit recently, just with one thing and another. And so it just felt important to mark that I actually had a good day at work. I was on night shift this week and as well. Then onto this week, the first thing I have to mark is on the Monday I filmed absolutely tons, and I'm going to use this, sorry, I was trying to decide where to use this big box, but that's going to go on Wednesday because I was debating using it now. But actually I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use one of these flags from the kit and then layer, because I've got a big planner girl there. Yeah, I'm going to do that and then just put film, and then I'll just write in lots there. Then this is to mark that I was really struggling and overwhelmed and quite down. Apparently Wednesdays are my bad days. That's the thing apparently. Then on the 25th, me and my boyfriend had a date night. I was going to use one of those big flags, but there's one used on the day above it, so we'll use one of the smaller flags. I think I might actually put it on one side and just like centre it. Obviously Kiara has come to say hello. That looks awful. Let's not do that. Hello Kiara. Are you saying hello to my YouTube channel? Or are you just going to walk around the edge of the screen? She's like, Mummy, you've been ignoring me all the morning. I don't approve. It's because the cleaner's been here and you were scared, weren't you? I didn't ignore you though, did I? You just ran away. Don't eat Mummy's planner boxes. That's not a good plan. Come on, gorgeous. Anyway, 27th, moving on. I went to Clark in ED because it was 26th, sorry. No, it is the 27th, but it's on the 26th in here. I went to Clark in ED because it was super busy at work. So I'll just mark that in there. Then on the 27th, one of the consultants that I've known since he was a reg came and helped me and saved my day basically from being absolutely rubbish. So that's there. Then last but not least, I don't like how that's gone down. Yeah. Then last but not least, on to the last day of the month. I want to mark that our grocery order screwed up basically. So she changed it and like didn't register that it had changed, and then so didn't tell me, and that I was just having a bit of a slow day. They are my last two things to mark in. So a bit of a slow day, and that the grocery shop went wrong. And that's that. That is all of our events. So, in fact, I think I am going to put in some of these holidays. So the 20, but now they're not going to fit in where they should be. So, this was Black Friday, which I'm bothering marking in because I did some sale shopping. So therefore I'm like, nah, might as well mark that in. Cyber Monday will only go in if it fits, which it doesn't, so that's fine. That was Thanksgiving, but meh. I'm going to put Veterans Day on the 11th, which is actually Remembrance Day in the UK, but that works. And then Election Day is the last one. And I'm right, it was the Tuesday, and I was right, it was the Tuesday, so we'll put that in up at the top and hopefully centre a bit better than I have there. Fantastic. So now let's go through and pop some bits of washi in and just prettify this spread a bit. I don't know whether any of you noticed I'm a little bit cack-handed this month doing this spread. I sliced my finger really quite badly on my guillotine that I used to cut paper for the shop. I cut the paper into the sizes for the planners. I really badly cut it, and it's obviously my dominant, well, it's not obviously, it's my dominant thumb, so it's really hard to do like stupid things like ripping washi that you would never have expected. Would be hard work, and so like I'm really struggling with it, and I did have a plaster over it, but it was even harder to do anything with a plaster over it, and it was actually more painful with the plaster on, I think, because it was just putting more pressure on the cut, or the wound. It's not really a cut, it's more a wound. So yeah, if I seem a little bit cack-handed for this spread, that's why. So it is time for our monthly check-in. Those of you who don't normally watch these videos, or that it's your first one, in these videos I always like to have a little check-in with everybody, find out the best and worst moments of their days, and also, you know, just have an update, because I love, like, one of my favourite things about having a YouTube channel is chatting with you guys in the comments, and I'm not very good at like replying to comments as they come in. I'm very much a batch task person, and that includes like actually replying to texts even. The only people I tend to like reply to texts immediately from are, it's not even always them either. I quite often reply quite quickly to my mum, just because she worries if I don't, and I regularly reply to Soch quite quickly. But anybody else, except the only other exception is sometimes Beth. I don't like respond to very many people very quickly. And I just like tend to batch tasks, including responding to messages and stuff, just because that's how I manage to be productive, as I batch do things. So yeah, I do read every comment as it comes in, but I don't always respond until like the Saturday, and sometimes if I miss a Saturday it'll be like a week and a bit of like just over a week later. But I do try, if I've missed a Saturday, to go back before the next Saturday, but I don't always manage it. It sort of depends how things are in the week. Anyway, but one of my favourite things is chatting to you guys, and hearing how your weeks have been is one of my favourite parts. That's what I was trying to say. Your months have been, weeks, months, whatever. Anything is one of my favourite parts. Chatting with you guys, essentially. I adore it. So yeah, let me know in the comments down below how November was for you. I was super pleased about the release of my planners, but did get a little bit overwhelmed with stuff to do, and have a couple of crying episodes, but I'll get back on top of things and things will get better, I am sure. Okay, so there we have it. There is the finished monthly spread. I love how this comes together. I love how cluttered and beautiful these look. They're just great. In the kit we have the Monday start, Sunday start strips left. We've got a couple of boxes down there. all of the icons and checklists, the bill dues, paydays and more icons, one more box to cover up a day not in the month, and some of the holidays that I didn't put in. And that is it really. I hope you enjoyed this video. I really like how this came out. I think it's absolutely stunning. And yeah, I love the colours, and winter blues, purples are some of my favourites, so I love it. I'm also very excited to have a planner where these kits fit perfectly next year, but we'll get there. Okay, so yeah, that's all I've got for you today. Comment, like down below what's your favourite part of this spread, and I hope to see you in my next video. Thank you for watching. Bye!